June 18th, 1968, 11:54 a.m. Two silent fireballs erupt from the coastal jungle and slice across the night sky, slamming into U.S. Patrol Boat 19 on the Takhan River. In a span of only 90 seconds, the 24-meter craft is reduced to blazing fragments that hiss and sputter on oil-slick water. The next morning, Navy deck logs stamp the incident unknown, while a hurried Pentagon brief labels it probable friendly fire, even though no American missile, rocket, or shell in theater matches the blast pattern found on recovered hull plates. Tiger Island Gulf of Tonkin, around midnight. Guided missile destroyer HMAS Hobart plots 3 radar ghosts moving 900 knots at wave-top height, each running without transponder. Each vanishing the instant targeting solutions are fed into missile fire control. 2 sudden eruptions tear into Hobart's starboard bow, detonate a magazine, kill 2 sailors outright, and wound 8 more. An Allied Board of Inquiry later blames United States Phantom jets, but both American pilots testify their AIM-7 Sparrows never left the rails, and their gun camera film shows only empty horizon. 12 nautical miles inland, River Patrol craft PCF-19 radios, lights overhead, taking fire. Steering shot out before the transmission dissolves into static. Smoke guides relief boat PCF-12 upriver through twisting mangrove channels bright with tracer arcs. Lieutenant Pete Snyder finds PCF-19 turning helplessly in a widening circle, rudder jammed, deck ablaze. 2 fist-sized spheres of incandescent white light buzz the stricken boat, dipping to treetop level, moving without wing, rotor, or jet flame, emitting nothing but a faint electrical whine. Snyder's gunners rake the air with 50 caliber tracers that ricochet off the luminous shapes like sparks off steel. No contrails mark returning ordnance, yet explosions detonate around PCF-12 with percussive force, geysering river water into freezing sheets. Air Guard at Da Nang scrambles a pair of F-4 Phantoms. The fighters see nothing on radar, but both backseat radar intercept officers visually lock on 2 suns dancing. Yet before Sidewinder lock tone can chirp, the lights streak north exactly along the demarcation line and evaporate into the haze. Same night, 2:05 a.m., a mile east of those riverbanks, a 5-man ranger team in DMZ sector, North Country, watches a silent sapphire sphere drift overhead and park motionless, quarter-mile distant, as if studying the valley. A Viet Cong ZPU emplacement erupts first, green tracer lines slashing the dark. Every round vanishes into the blue corona without spark, smoke, or ricochet. Suddenly, pencil-thin white beams swing down from the orb, each contact igniting ground positions like invisible cutting torches. Bunkers roar, ammo dumps blossom into orange stars, and the Rangers feel concussion waves punch the soil as if the valley floor itself is breathing flame. After 5 relentless minutes, the gunfire falters, screams fade, and the orb drifts once across the scorched perimeter before accelerating west, crossing the tree line in under 2 seconds, leaving only burning trenches and silence behind. At dawn, a Recon platoon picks through the scene, rifles softened and twisted like licorice, steel shell cases fused into puddles, footprints glassed by heat so intense it vitrified the clay. 43 combatants dead, yet no crater, no bomb fragments, and no scent of chemical accelerant. The platoon leader photographs the carnage, tags the negatives, and files them into MACV-SOG, Vault 11770, a cabinet still sealed beneath a Fort Beaver warehouse floor. Fast forward 24 months to June 26, 1970. B-52D Steel Tiger, 05, departs Andersen Air Force Base with 32,000 pounds of ordnance. 30 minutes past waypoint Whiskey 2, pilot Major Michael Ramirez radios. Odd lights off port, no radar contact, closing fast. Then nothing further reaches Guam. The Strategic Air Command dispatches Green Beret Alpha Team under Captain William English to locate the missing bomber, strip crypto, and scuttle the remains before enemy engineers arrive. Inserted by CH-53 at night, English and 11 men hike 2 days through triple canopy jungle, finally locating the Stratofortress perched upright amid undisturbed trees. 56 meters of aluminum alloy apparently set down with the finesse of a dragonfly. No skid marks, no broken limbs, no crater. Every external hatch sealed, windows intact, paint unmarred except for 3 scorched rings on the starboard wing root that measure exactly 1 meter in diameter. With shape charges, the team breaches the crew door. Their flashlights skate across a cockpit preserved as if time froze mid-mission. Gauges glowing, electrical systems still humming, hi-fi tape looping wartime pop, and 6 crew members strapped in, torsos slashed open, bones shattered, yet hardly a pint of blood pooled on the deck. English writes later, bodies appeared flensed by supersonic force, muscle fibers feathered, internal organs missing. Absence of blood at odds with trauma. No flies, no odor of decay despite ambient 40-degree heat. While half the team rigs the bomb bay with satchel charges, the rest collect dog tags, code books, and 35 photographs that, according to English, show lesions on the airframe not caused by shrapnel but by precision coring, as though swatches of alloy were bored out and taken away. Charges detonate at dusk. The forest canopy pulses with orange light, and the team slogs south toward extraction. Yet back in Saigon, English's report meets silent gazes. He's pulled from field command within a week and reassigned to a clerical post in Norfolk, England. 4 months later, the entire Alpha team returns to the Laos border on a second, undisclosed mission. A communique reaches English stating the group was wiped out by mortar fire, but no death photos, dog tags, or remains are provided to next of kin. Honorably discharged in 1973, English mails copies of his cockpit photos to astronomer Dr. J. Allen Hynek, who responds, "Details echo 1961 Siberian AN-2, landed intact, crew vanished, no blood, no radar track." 3 evenings after the letter arrives, gunmen on 2 motorcycles strafe English's Virginia farmhouse with automatic fire. Local deputies recover .45 caliber casings, yet the FBI closes the file pending further leads. Department of Defense officials attribute Hobart, PCF, Ranger, and B-52 incidents to the fog of war, sympathetic detonations, and stress-induced perception distortions among combatants exposed to anti-aircraft flashes, but internal memos admit pattern congruity across unrelated units remains unsolved. Neuroscientists remind us that cortisol, sleep deprivation, and blast overpressure breed hallucination in battlefields. Historians counter that identical illusions do not manifest in separate services, under separate commands, across 3 years and hundreds of miles. Crucially, no captured Viet Cong logs, no Soviet advisors, no North Vietnamese engineers ever claim responsibility for luminous anti-radar craft that outrun phantoms and melted bunkers without explosives. If special access hardware existed, post-war researchers should find fragments. Yet crash site metallurgical reports list only standard 7075 T6 alloy and American electronics. Nothing alien, nothing Soviet, nothing Chinese. We are left with testimony from sailors, pilots, rangers, and one Green Beret captain whose reputations until these encounters were considered beyond question. Like this video if you doubt Hobart was friendly fire. Comment whether Steel Tiger 05 met the same fireballs. And subscribe with notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Remember June 18th, 1968. Two silent suns punched holes through river, radar, and history, leaving officers to classify the truth and survivors to whisper it. For those crews who never returned, we keep asking. And if a red or blue sphere ever stalks your convoy, pray it stays a campfire tale, not a footnote awaiting its declassification date.